Hi, welcome. I'm B. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. If you're new here, go ahead and click the subscribe button. I need 200 more of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. I can't tell you how much you have been keeping me going. Been gone for about 2 weeks now. I mean, I did do a little something in between, but that was a whole different story. But seriously, your comments, everything is great. I appreciate each and every one of you. So I want to first say today's August 21st, 2023. It's hotter than hell. It's been over 100 degrees for I don't know how long now. We need some cool air, okay? And some rain maybe, but then that'll probably make the humidity go up again. But anyway, I digress. So let's go on with first I want to say that I am not giving legal advice. I have very much unsolicited opinions is what you're going to get from me. Unsolicited. So let's move forward with that. So I wanted to catch up because it's been a minute since I've been on, and there was a point in time I've been watching Rich Newbuck and Rusty Truck, and so I've seen a lot of you in the lives over there. But I wanted to also say that in between from the last time to this time, there was a subpoena that was done. And I just wanted to real quick catch up on that Patty put it out basically that she was being subpoenaed for this bank account. And I just want to clarify that that's not how that works. And she's pro se, so she doesn't have an attorney. So with that, they're going to send her absolutely everything to her directly. And if you had seen the subpoena, and I have it, I just don't have it to pull up right now, but y'all have seen it. It's been a couple weeks now. But in that subpoena was she was CC'd at the bottom. It was directly to the bank. It was directly to the financial institution asking for a bank account information. She has since said that information came from her opinion that was the money that was paid to security guards. And if that's true, then it's just going to make things better for her. So I don't know why she's complaining. But she's always going after B-Loose. B-Loose is subpoenaing me. B-Loose isn't doing this. So I want her to understand that the attorneys are doing it. It's on behalf of Ryan Upchurch and Blue Moon Entertainment. So I'm not quite sure why she keeps throwing B-Loose out there. And I think we know why. Having a relationship with your son's manager, probably not the best thing to do. Probably not going to result in very good outcome regardless of what happens. But in this situation, it's just a whole lot worse. So that's where I wanted to clarify that subpoena was not for her. And I'm sorry that she's pro se and she doesn't know how to read these documents in order to not come off like that, because it's really not a good look and it's not something she should be doing or wanting to be doing. Okay, so we've been blessed. We were blessed with a short from Patty yesterday. I don't know if anybody caught it, what it was, or what's going on there, but that's what I wanted to come on and talk to y'all about. That document that she showed, and I'm getting ready to show it to you. I'm going to put it on the screen and I'm going to talk behind it so y'all can, you can't hardly see it. I mean, you can if you work real hard at it, but it's hard to see. So I'm just going to try to, it's minimal compared. So let me do this and let's see if we can get this to where y'all can see it possibly. And I hate when it's a short too, because you can't make it any better. I can't make it any better. So what I want you to see here is this is another there's pages here. This is I don't know how many pages in we are, but if you look here, this is number 7, the paragraph number 7. So this is going to be part of number 6. It starts off half, at least half of number 6. It could be a whole page of number 6, but this part is just the ending of number 6. And over here, it says no. I want to get into that. And she has like handwritten, you can see underlines and circles and different things like that. So I wanted to talk about this page for a minute. And what we're looking at here, this is a settlement agreement. They are trying to settle with her. And the first paragraph we're looking at has disputed properties, and Burgess agrees to indemnify. She has it circled and says no. And what they're asking for is to be made whole, to be put back where they were of any loss that's come from this. So she has no. And then basically what they're asking for is to have her turn back over the properties, all of them, and any loss that's come from things that she's done. And she says no. Number 7 is a confidentiality agreement. Now, mind you, this is a settlement agreement. You're going to find this in nearly every settlement agreement you come across. This is nothing new. I mean, it's the wording for this particular case, but it's nothing new to anybody that's ever dealt with one. And the confidentially, they want her to represent and agree that she shall keep, and it goes off page. And basically what they're saying is to be strict agreement, keep this agreement strictly confidential and no more use or disclosures of his financial information. You know, she put that check out that I have on my short where she posted the Corvette check. They want her to stop that, just stop it altogether. And she says no. No is right off to the side there in her handwriting. Nope. Then on number 8 is a non-disparagement agreement clause, whatever you want to call it. That's in every settlement agreement you'll come across. However, hers is written to ask her basically not mention Upchurch Blue Moon Services practices, managers, employees, or agents in any statements, written or verbal, made to anyone, and include statements made via social media, including on blogs, social networking sites, including without limitation. And then they basically throw all of them out there: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Glassdoor, TikTok, YouTube, any similar services. They're basically trying to cover every single one of them that you can think of, put it under there. And this is not intended to and shall not prevent her from truthfully responding to any subpoena, court order, or request from any administrative agency and otherwise by law. So it's not a total, you have to shut up, never talk again. Number 9, she has it circled and we can't see what her answer is to it, but equitable relief. They want money. And they want money that whatever they're entitled to, that if she makes any of these statements afterward, that she's going to have to pay, or if they do it too. So that's a whole, it's a both situation. So like right here, this equitable relief, it's saying that if you don't do this here, Ryan, anybody under Blue Moon, then they owe each other. Somebody's going to have to pay. And then attorney fees and court costs, and I'm not exactly sure what's here. I would think that Ryan would be just taking his attorney fees and going home with the situation. But let's listen to what Patty has to say.
Answer me this. How is somebody going to tell me not to go on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or any other social media site and say anything about somebody when that's all somebody does?
So that's not what it says, Patty. That's the problem. You need an attorney or somebody that can read these documents to you. That's not what it says.
Is trash people online. Me being one of them. Your entire fucking team trashes people.
Who are their team? Can somebody, comments are open. Who is the team? I have not heard anybody trash talk her, disparage her. I've heard her family speak of her, but I've not heard his team do anything. So I don't know who's on the team other than Belus being the manager. And I don't know if Ripta holds a title anymore, but he was best friend as far as I know there was the point in the middle where they weren't, but I don't understand the team.
People online. Answer me this. How is somebody going to tell me not to go on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook or Instagram?
Okay, replayed. So I'm going to tell you, Miss Patty, to not go on Instagram or YouTube or I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, but I'm going to ask you to understand what you're saying and what you're doing when you do it. So that's all that's come from that. I wanted to go back and say that I have not seen the entire motion and complaint against her. What I've seen in court, what I've seen online, what I've seen, it's not looking good for you, Patty. If you want to send me the whole thing and maybe I'll make a different decision based on what's in that document, my email address is in my about section. But until then, from what I've read, from what I've seen, from what I've heard from the court, it's not looking good for you. And you may want to look into a settlement agreement. I mean, when a settlement agreement is presented, typically, if you're not too overzealous, you can put in things that you want done, or you want to reduce it to, okay, you get all the houses, but I pay no money. I don't know. There's ways. I don't want to give you any ideas or mediate it for you. I've done mediation. So you can negotiate. That's what I'm trying to get at. Negotiate the terms of that settlement agreement. Now, you can't go in and say, okay, drop everything and I keep all the stuff, and that's not going to happen. That's why it's a settlement. You have to give some, take some. It has to be there. But right now, for you to take all this into court, it doesn't look good for you. So you might want to look into the settlement. You might want to think about doing some sort of mediating with these people. I would suggest you hire a mediator. I would suggest you hire an attorney. I would suggest all these things to you. It's not necessary. It is not. Things can be done. You can do it on your own. I've represented myself pro se before. I mean, it's not the most unheard of thing. But from what I'm hearing you say online, like the subpoena, like this paper here, the settlement that there's proposed to you, you've mentioned other times of settlement where in an email, you showed emails where they offered to have you sign over 3 homes, and you said, but I want all this for my sons and the other sons. And that's where it fell apart there. Johnny's mentioned some settlement agreement, a different one. So I'm just saying, you might want to look into it. You might want to think about it. You might want to put a little more effort in that direction. From what I've seen, I'm only going on what's publicly available. And most of it I've gotten from you. So I'm hearing your side. I really am. So I'm not just again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I have come to the conclusion, though, that to Patty, harassment is anyone speaking on her. So like right now, she may assume that I'm harassing her. I'm not harassing you. This is not harassment. I understand it's probably not nice having your family talked about or you talked about. I understand that. I absolutely do. But I'm not harassing you. And if anybody is truly harassing you, like truly calling your phone, you're, hitting you up in your email and knocking on your door, whatever the case may be, sending pizzas to your house. I don't know. I don't know what people do. But if anybody's doing that, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Do not harass this woman. She's her own worst enemy at the moment. So just let her be, let her do her thing. I mean, this is a mother-son relationship that's likely not to be recovered at this point. It could still happen, but that's where we're at today. So if anybody's harassing her for real, not just doing a video and putting it out there. If anybody's harassing her, please don't do it. But other than that, that's all I really have for you today. And I want to thank you for sticking around. I want to thank you if you subscribed again, loving all the things. Give me some comments. Let's talk about it. But I wanted to make sure that everybody was aware what that document was that she's pointing out in her short yesterday. And it's probably not the best thing to be talking about it online, especially if you want to negotiate some of the terms of it. So that's just where I stand today, and hopefully we'll get some more. And the next thing I know about is there is supposed to be depositions done on August 29th. The way she's responding to this today, I'm assuming that those are going to go forth and that the proceedings are just going to keep moving forward. With that, Patty, I want you to understand that with each and every one of these days that passes, it's costing Ryan money. It's costing attorney fees and stenography fees and different things that are going on, court costs. So they may not be as negotiable down the line the further this gets into it. So it's something to think about. Like I said, if anybody wants to send me those documents, my email's open. But right now, based on just the big picture of everything, it's not looking good, and you might want to look into the settlement. And that may change my mind if I see something different. So I just wanted to come on and let you know how I'm feeling today and what's going on. So thank you, Patty, for that, and I appreciate it. And everybody have a nice day. Thank you.